Welcome to the Player Supreme Show at ZenMax.com. I am your host, Player Supreme.
The following presentation is controversial and may be offensive to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, fellas, welcome to the show. Today I'm going to talk about how to conquer approach anxiety. Because there are a multitude of dudes out there who are actually just afraid to approach chicks or females. And if you're one of them, know that you're not alone. There was a recent news report that reported that tens of millions of men are single right now. And most of this is from their inability or their fear of approaching women. Yeah. So if you give me a few minutes of your time, I'm going to give you guys some tips to help you overcome your approach anxiety. And I've said this before. I'll keep saying it. I know being alone sucks ass. No, it blows chunks out your ass. And I know you guys who are single, I know you hate it. I know that you can't stand not having a girlfriend. I know you look weird when your other friends have girlfriends and you're still single. I know that. I know it blows chunks when they go to the movies and do that third fucking wheel. Or when they go to breakfast, here comes you tagging along. Or you probably have a group of likewise equally dweeby cronies with no women, which makes it even worse for you. Hang out with other guys who don't get women, that's the worst thing you can ever do. Listen to me. That's the worst thing you can ever do. I can't say it strongly enough to pound that into your head. And I know that sucks. So let's get started with fixing this problem like a goddamn man. In dealing with learn how to overcome approach anxiety, I want you to learn this one key thing. Remember that approach anxiety is just an emotional state. This is an emotional state that's created by your shadow self, your ego. What happens is the ego injects fear into your body whenever you try to approach a girl. A lot of times you will get stuck in your heads. You'll start becoming overly self-conscious. You'll start doing the over-analyzing thing. Then you start second-guessing yourself. That's because the ego is designed to protect you. Your ego has grown with you your entire life. It helps keep you away from harm. Somewhere in your past, you've buried negative stuff about approaching women. All of you guys who created this fictitious approach anxiety disease is because you buried stuff in your subconscious mind about approaching girls. You probably had a bad experience in the past. You probably had negative family stuff happen or something got in there and created this within your ego. Basically, you're focusing on negativity, though. And in metaphysics, we have a saying, what you focus on comes to you. Now, if you're focusing on negativity, then the logical conclusion to that is that you're going to get negativity coming to you. Duh. Negativity will come out on the physical plane as you start becoming anxious. You start overthinking things. Yeah. Then it develops into a problem it's now called approach anxiety. You can't walk over and just say hello to a girl. You guys remember elementary school, girls. We pulled their pigtails. We pushed them. You guys have developed such a powerful ego that you can't even walk over and say hello to one of those things that we used to pull pigtails on. Yeah. But there's hope. On the opposite side of that equation, of focus, if you focus on being confident, then you will raise up your vibration. Because remember, confidence is an emotional state as well. Yeah. When you do that, you can trigger confidence by focusing on and having belief in why you will succeed. And I said the option word is belief. Belief of why you will succeed. Why you'll be able to get up and walk over, just say hello, no matter what the consequences are, but why you'll be able to get up and walk over and succeed at approaching. That's what you get when you trigger your confidence by focusing on and having the belief. Guys, let me drop the word guys. Men who have confidence with approaching women a lot of times have the attitude that she wants to be approached by them. She wants to meet them. Or they'll have the attitude of, why wouldn't you want to talk to me? That's their belief system. Why wouldn't you want to talk to me? Duh. That same attitude, or the attitude that you guys don't have. Basically, though, they believe in themselves. They have real confidence in themselves. Now, if you want to learn how to overcome your approach anxiety, you got to remember that approach anxiety is just an emotional state. And this state is created by your overprotective ego that I've called or nicknamed the gremlin. And all that gremlin wants to do is protect you from harm. That's it. See, approach anxiety comes from false beliefs that are stored in your subconscious mind coming out of your past. But I learned some time ago, the past does not equal the future. So you can shut that bullshit coming out of your subconscious mind down through focusing on the positive. What happens is the gremlin will start injecting fear into your body whenever you let it have control and reign over you. Every time you try to approach a woman, your heart will speed up, your lungs will get all wheezy, your body will shake. There are grown men, and you're listening to me right now, grown-ass men. I'm talking about men. Guys can go to war, fight, and kill. The same ones who can't approach a woman. Yet they can get in a car, drive a car. They can go to work at a job. They can pay bills. But they cannot approach a woman. My question is, do you want to stop? How many of you guys want that bullshit to fucking stop? Well, I'm going to give you 5 tips now. Number 1, you got to learn to control what you're focusing on so that you can focus on positive thoughts instead of negative ones. That takes strength of mind. When you start focusing on the negative ones, of course, your gremlin is going to get activated. Actually, he is activated. And you got to recognize it's the gremlin that's feeding all those negative thoughts to you, whispering to you. So you got to learn to switch your focus to think positive. Number 2, before you approach, try beefing up your emotional state with positive energy. Now, there was these 2 yahoos who used to teach aerobics back in the days. We called them the sock boys. They used to stuff socks in their crotch to make their package look bigger, to try to compete. And they would do push-ups. They taught a team class. And they would do push-ups before they went out to the class to boost their emotional energy up. But what they were doing with the push-ups was the right thing. It did get you in the right mood. It got you amped up. So it changed their emotional state from what they were before to one of high energy. Okay? But you also change your emotional state by thinking of what kind of value can you bring this female? Let me give you an example. In my past, I thought about how many times I could make her have an orgasm. Remember we talked about that? You guys remember that? I thought about how I own my own business, and I'm not just your ordinary black dude. I thought of myself as being special, and I was special. How many black guys you know that own their own business? How many black guys you know that's following their purpose in life? Yeah. I thought about how I learned what my purpose in life was, and I was one of the 3% of men on the planet like that. But think about how many of those men are black. So that gave me extra juice of what I knew that I brought to the table. So what benefit will this female get from knowing you? Focus on that. Number 3, ask yourself these questions. What would it take for me to approach her? Think about what it would take for me to approach her. Let's see, I got to get in a positive state, and I got to believe that she wants to meet me. That's what I would think. Secondly, what should I focus on when I approach her successfully? I would focus on having a happy meet, not a negativity. Okay? I'd focus on the future when I'm giving her lots of orgasms. And I can see her face smiling at me, thanking me. And I've been thanked before. It's the weirdest thing, but a lot of chicks have thanked me. I'm like, who the hell you been having sex with? But I don't know if any of you guys ever been thanked after you have sex with a girl. It's a beautiful feeling. It's still a good feeling. Third thing you think about, or ask yourself, or work on, how can I make her smile? That's a big one. Because when you're approaching a girl, she's made eye contact with you, she wants to meet you. So she's hoping that you have a nice exchange. So think about how you can make her smile. Think of something funny that you see in a situation or in the scenery around you. I learned from Anthony Robbins that if you get into a physical state, you'll change your body language and you'll change your emotional energy. So get into the physical state of someone who is confident and powerful. That's your fourth thing that you can do, is change your physical state. And the final tip is learn to conquer your fear and build real confidence. Yeah. Now, if someone offers you a program that says, I'll help you in a day overcome your fear, run for that motherfucker. He's a rip-off artist. If they offer to do it in a week, he's a rip-off artist. Real confidence takes a long time to build. It takes time to learn how to conquer your fear. So anybody that offers you an instant cure, all they want is your money. But confidence is the key that everyone needs. Every male on the planet needs confidence. If you do a survey today or tomorrow, if you do a survey tomorrow of just 5 women and ask them what qualities do they like in men, you will find that confidence will be in their top 10, if not either 1 or 2. I said qualities. Okay? If you don't have real confidence, brother, your ass is out the game. You're not even in the game. You don't pass go. You do not get laid. You end up sitting at home alone while everyone else is out there having fun. And you and I both know being alone at home, whacking off to internet porn that you guys watch, sucks. No, it blows. I mean, who wants to be the odd one in a group with no goddamn date? So I suggest you learn to build real confidence and control your fear. Okay? That's what it's going to take. So try my 5 tips. If you need help with the 5th one, then go to my site, my store. Go to the playersupremeshow.info and look for the fucking store. And get the tools that you need to make a better you. Peace.